YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Crazy Off. Hey, guess what? It's your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell. Anytime I post up new content, there it is. Although this is indeed actually month two, my book about my military career, AR 670 Harris, my life in the United States Army. There's the front. There's the back, a little bit of information about myself. But of course, a lot of y'all already know this. So, if you haven't already, go on Amazon.com, hit, once you get there, type book by Curtis Harris. It'll pop up. Go and get your copy. Read it, leave a review, rate it, whatever. Tell me what you think. Listen, a lot of stuff didn't happen since last. Come to find out, WNBA star Brittany Griner, she got 9 years for your number three, people. And so my whole deal is I titled this one "History Repeats Itself," and for the most part, I tend to like to use different titles, same titles again to actually like really push a point, to actually really bring actually really, for me to actually really get across what it is that I'm actually really trying to put out there, right? Because until a lot of y'all actually really see what the hell is going on, right? And then for the simple fact for y'all to actually really see it for yourselves, right? Then yes, of course, I'm gonna always say this. And so for the most part, so you look at what's going on with this particular individual. And everybody's sitting up here, and I did shows about this. Everybody's about, oh, well, let's bring Brittany Griner home, blah 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 blah, and then don't nobody say shit about the troops. And so for the most part, a lot of y'all might sit up here and say, well, the troops volunteered to go over there. Well, what the fuck you think Brittany Griner did? She volunteered to go over there, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna tell you how greed works, right? And then a lot of it actually really goes back to how you're actually like really been programmed as far as like television goes, right? You look at the simple fact that, hey, look, once you become a professional athlete, regardless of sport, right? You get the money, you get the big house, you get the big cars, right? You get the wine and dine, you get all these people coming around you, right? That think, and for the most part, you think that they're your friends, but they're only there until the money runs dry, right? It's almost like how the animals do when when they're out there in the desert, right? And there's a huge rainfall, so you got a huge ass water hole, and so here come all of the animals. Everybody coming because it's water. You're thirsty, if you will, right? So everybody's at the water hole, and eventually a fight is gonna break out because you think it's going to be a shortage of water, for the most part. So in our case, right? Let's just say that she had her own water hole, right? And for the most part, she already knew that her water hole or money flow really wasn't that big, right? So then you go across that water for pickup games or what have you to make that extra money. But my thing is this, right? And I've always said this: always put yourself in a position where that, for the most part, all what the hell you have to do is just get that one job. Get that one job, right? That's gonna actually really take care of the necessities. Roof over your head, pay your utilities, buy some groceries, put some food on your back, right? That's all what the fuck you need. You nobody tell you to go out and buy like the biggest house possible. Not to say this is what the hell she did or what she's doing. But at the same time, I'm just like, okay, hey, look, only go as far as your money will actually really take you. Right? You don't do that, then of course you're actually really gonna go out there and you're gonna pick up that second job, or whatever. Right? So, but then like I say, my thing is this, okay, but then again, see this actually really goes back to education. When you really ain't, when you're doing anything and everything except for paying attention, then this is gonna be that doggone actually really end result. But the main thing that I actually really want to talk about is this, and as far as like history repeat itself, because here's the deal, right? What's going on between the Soviet Union and the Ukraine? This same shit happened 30 years ago, right? And the same thing is happening with this one player, this one basketball player. It's the exact same shit that happened probably some damn near 40 years prior. Just like I say, if y'all actually remember the Iran-Contra deal when President Reagan was in office, 9 times out of 10, the same shit that's happening now was going on then. So instead of exchanging person for person, they exchanged weapons for people. Right? And so for the most part, this is the exact same shit that's going on now. Now, if it's a lie, they told it. And if it's a lie now, guess what? They told it. Right? And it's just like what I told y'all a few weeks back or whatever. That woman is not over there. She ain't over there. This is just something that the news media, the powers that be or the powers that shouldn't be, are putting in front of your face on a daily basis. And y'all actually really think that woman over there. Right? Now, unless you actually really been to the Soviet Union, you ain't seen this woman that damn time, right? Unless it's in the courtroom, in which, to my understanding, right, cameras are not actually really allowed in the courtroom. So then they had the motherfucker that's there that's drawing, right? But then again, Hollywood at its best, at its finest, right? They actually think, y'all, I'm telling y'all, if Brittany Griner is over there, then goddamn it, I'm over there. I'm in the Soviet Union right now, right? And then the setup that you see behind me is nothing more. That's all what the fuck it is. Right? Yeah, you may think that I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas right now, but in all actuality, I'm not in Little Rock, Arkansas right now. Right? I can sit up here and tell y'all that, and then depending on who's gonna watch this doggone video, you motherfuckers will actually really, y'all will buy hook, line, and motherfucking sinker. But then again, I'm the crazy author, right? I done did all my motherfucking traveling while I was in the United States Army. Right? And then I'll be the first one to tell you that first trip to Saudi Arabia, I questioned right to this goddamn day because they wanted us to keep. We couldn't look outside that one time, right? And then when we did land, hell, the shit looked just like El Paso, Texas. So, I mean, for the most part, yeah, I know better. But let's just say for shits and giggles that I didn't, right? I can sit up here and tell you right now, we didn't go no goddamn where. They just kept us in the motherfucking air for 12 hours. Hurried up and bring some people in. Told us, hey, guess what? Don't drink the water. Right? And then if you guys really stop and think about it for a minute, regardless of state or city, it's always been some type of issue with the water. Right? It don't happen all the time. It's not like that shit up there in Flint, Michigan. But if you guys really just go back and think about it for a minute, a lot of cities, a lot of states have had issues with the water, right? Whether you actually really tried to bottle that shit up and all what the fuck you did was just use the doggone the faucet in the back of the goddamn grocery store, right? And call it the spring water when it ain't nothing but goddamn tap water, right? Or it's just for the simple fact that, okay, yeah, it's actually spring water, but you actually ain't did shit to filter that shit out. So again, all the fuck I'm saying is this, people. She got 9 years for the number 3, right? She's supposed to be over there in the Soviet Union, which I doubt very seriously. And then everybody on Facebook and whatever, they say, oh, she's a political pawn. Damn, what the fuck y'all been? I knew that. Listen, I knew that going in. I knew that going in because the thing about it was this, and I told y'all this, right? They gonna be like, so the charge is drug smuggling. So they say, right? What? Here's the deal. We already know that, like I said, if you've been around long enough, if you've been born longer than a day, right? You already know how these motherfuckers get the goddamn drugs in, right? And ain't nothing actually really gonna happen until it's election time or some political coup, right? Just like what the fuck is actually really going on right now, right? Just like I said, y'all really think that shit in the Ukraine is going on right now, knowing damn well it ain't, right? But again, this is what the fuck they do. They put shit up in your face, make you believe it, and then old Brittany, she's the main goddamn character in all of this, right? But this is what y'all believe, though. This is what the fuck y'all want to believe. And just like I said, for those of y'all that are late, I'm so motherfucking sorry for you. But just like I said, I've seen this before. Matter of fact, I seen this shit 30 years ago. I saw it 30 years ago. And I'm seeing it again. And guess what? If I live long enough, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to see it for a third time. Right? And then I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I'm going to have a channel by then. But the thing about it, though, is this. For those of y'all that actually really watch my channel, and just know, whatever age that you are right now, right? Know what the fuck I just told you that happened 30 years ago. Know what's going on right now. And then watch 30 years later that this same shit don't happen. And then you're gonna be like, well, damn, the old crazy uncle, he knew what the fuck he was talking about. So again, people, that goddamn idiot box, that telling you the vision, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? It's hazardous to one's health, right? You fuck around and you start acting like the people that you see on the goddamn idiot box. But like I say, I'm just a crazy uncle. I don't know no better, right? Just like right now, I'm not in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm not in Little Rock, Arkansas, people. The setup just look like that. Look like this. Right? So, so I always fuck up there trying to tell y'all, hey, look, history repeats itself. Right? You know, or you can actually really look at the simple fact that this shit actually really happens every motherfucking 10 years, every 12 years, or whatever. Right when the economy ain't about shit. Right? Just like the economy ain't about shit right now. I mean, first it was the goddamn coronavirus. Now it's motherfucking monkeypox. Right? Which again, this actually really reminds me of the movie Demolition Man. Right? Where that society was all fucked up, right? Society was all fucked up. Didn't nobody know what to do with themselves. And then here comes this motherfucker, right? And his clan and his clan outfit, right? So you couldn't cuss, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, you couldn't do the other, you couldn't drink alcohol, and the only place where the fuck you can go to eat was goddamn Taco Bell, right? And so for the most part, right, everything was governed to such a motherfucking degree that it was ridiculous that a revolt had to happen. The people had to rebel. The people had to fight back. And eventually this is what the fuck is gonna happen. Right? Because right now, the world is nothing more than a pissy whip Brady Bunch version of itself. It's almost like don't nobody know how to fight back no more. Parents don't know how to whoop their kids' ass no more. Right? Don't nobody know how to protect themselves because they're too busy listening to the motherfucking government because they want to take your goddamn guns from you. So again, people, let's actually really stop and look at this shit. Let's really stop and look at it. And just ask yourself, what the fuck is actually really going on here? And why the fuck is it actually really going on? So, put like this. I already figured this shit out. I already know what the fuck to do. Right? I've been knowing what the fuck to do. Right? And a lot of motherfuckers, they may say the exact same shit. But we know what the fuck to do. But are you actually really going to do it when time comes? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So, with that being said, hey, guess what? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street, round the corner, Paul's Harris, a.k.a. Crazy Uncle. Till next time.